LII, INTJ, LI. Logical Intuitive Intro Tim. Analyst, or Archetype Maximilian Robespierre. Jung. Introverted, intuitive, logical, rational. Renan. Static, obstinate, democratic, strategic, emotivist, farsighted, merry, judicious, negativist, result, asking. Velenko. Communication style, cold-blooded, romance style, childlike, forms of thinking, holographical panoramic cognition. Groups. Alpha Quadra, NT researchers, IJ temperament. Introverted. He focuses on his reaction to the outside world. His perception of the world is a component of himself. He is interested in the interactions between the self and the outside world. Instead of manipulating real objects, uses imagination and reflection. Logical. He sees the world through the lens of rules and logical connections, makes decisions based on logic often, prefers logical evaluations, right or wrong, and prefers argumentation over persuasion. Intuitive. He is more idealistic and visionary. More concerned with ideas and concepts than with surroundings. Sees the big picture rather than the details. Rational. First, he assesses the information, then he produces a response to the situation using his experience. Merry. They are good at noticing the general emotional background at contact with people. They have personal definition to the terminology, so they compare their understanding of them. Judicious. Natural state is relaxation. Work best when they can relax beforehand, and are mobilized only for the duration necessary. Democratic. He perceives and refers to other people, and himself, primarily describing individual personal qualities: frank, trustworthy, generous, unimaginative, light-hearted, good-looking, etc. Obstinate. Ideas are personal, but resources are freely shared and manipulated. It's hard to change his mind. Farsighted. He inclined to solve problems by primarily using that information which they possess through knowledge and experience. Result. He can multitask. Does things randomly, focuses on beginning and ending of task. Static. He perceives events in a discrete states rather than continuous changes. Negativist. He is inclined to detect and resolve problems within things, systems, or processes. Socially and intellectually more distrusting and disinterested at first. Strategic. He focuses on goals, and manipulates them, with methods unsettled. Emotivist. He tend to concentrate foremost on the emotional background of interaction, with business a secondary concern. Asking. Typically, he speaks in questions. Prefers dialogues to monologues. Tends to use short remarks, because they are more interested in hearing the other person than self-expression. Romance style, childlike. Interest is sparked by a partner with positive aesthetic attributes, divorced from active, direct attraction. Try attracting partner's interest with fun and interesting conversation and discussion. Communication style, cold-blooded. They are not confident in their feelings and act restrained in their emotional displays. They understand communication as an exchange of lacking information of explanatory nature. Such communication doesn't lose much if it is carried out only in a written form. Forms of thinking, holographical panoramic cognition. It is analytic, negative, and inductive. They attain reliable precision of thought. They periodically turn the object of thought to its opposite side. They sporadically change the angle of examination or criterion of judgment. IJ temperament. He is calm, balanced and inert. Unflappable may appear passive-aggressive. Usually very stable mood, more reactive than active. NT researchers. They tend to limit their interactions to the exchange of ideas in their common areas of interests, with little focus on the interchange of personal experiences regarding relationships or physical activities besides perhaps walks with ongoing discussions. Alpha Quadra. Merry, judicious, democratic. Alpha types tend to discuss theoretical concepts as a source of intellectual stimulation and enjoy participating in groups where there is a free exchange of positive emotional expression in an atmosphere that satisfies the senses. LII Model A. TI Program. Ego, mental, valuable, inert, verbal, acceptable, strong, 4D. NE Creative Zone. Ego, mental, valuable, contact, productive, verbal, strong, 3D. FI Role. Superego, mental, non-valuable, weak, contact, acceptable, nonverbal, 2D. SE Trouble Zone. Superego, mental, non-valuable, weak, inert, productive, nonverbal, 1D. FE Suggestive Area. Super ID, vital, valuable, weak, contact, acceptable, verbal, 1D. SI Activating Zone. Super ID, vital, valuable, weak, inert, productive, verbal, 2D. TE Ignoring Zone. ID, vital, non-valuable, strong, inert, acceptable, nonverbal, 3D. NI Standards Area. ID, vital, non-valuable, strong, contact, productive, nonverbal, 4D. TI Program. He sees world through the prism of logic, perceiving the accuracy and appropriateness of things right away. He places the greatest emphasis on rules that have no exceptions. Although he can follow other people's rules, his own are always the last say, and they are constantly refined. NE Creative Zone. He seeks out fresh chances and ideas, to apply them to certain problems and challenges that he believes are crucial, rather than just for their own sake. FI Role. He is usually cautious at first, because he understands the presence and significance of human relationships. If they are directly solicited by others, he may become confused and distrustful. This causes stress if taken too far because it restricts his natural introverted logic predisposition. SE Trouble Zone. He tends to overreact when someone is aggressive or confrontational, since he sees it as a danger to himself. While he can lecture and advise others on what they ought to do and why, he is unprepared for their active defiance or reluctance to follow his advice. FE Suggestive Area. An introvert is someone who finds it difficult to express himself in public and feels vulnerable when expressing himself freely. He frequently becomes immersed in serious work, neglecting his complementing need for amusement and emotional release. When he is around individuals he does not know well, he can suddenly become cheerful and warm. SI Activating Zone. He struggles to create enjoyable sensory experiences for both himself and other people. He requires assistance in de-stressing, reflecting on whether he genuinely needs or appreciates what he is doing, and identifying any potential causes of the tension that has grown. TE Ignoring Zone. He is skilled at locating external sources of knowledge and is confident in his ability to assess their worth. He appreciates efficiency and productivity but is skeptical that they will be realized if one's actions and processes do not adhere to a set of rules. To him, just cataloging facts without evaluating their relationships is a pointless and tedious process. NI Standards Area. He is quite skilled at participating in and following debates about how current trends may develop in the future. Unless they are connected to a very specific worldview, he feels inclined to believe in. He typically dismisses supernatural claims as being ridiculous, wishful thinking. LII Intertype Relationships. Dual ESE. Identical LII. Activity SEI. Mirror ILE. Semi-dual EIE. Kindred LSI. Benefactor IEI. Supervisor SLE. Mirage LSE. Lookalike EII. Beneficiary SLI. Supervise EIEE. Extinguishment LIE. Superego ESI. Quasi-identical ILI. Conflictor SEE.